he's definitely a fraud. He's trying to scheme my money, but like I was so lonely that time. I was unemployed. I just got out of a relationship. I'm like, I just want to talk to somebody, you know. So I didn't expose him until really later, early May until like it was August. And then he was like, "Hey, I am in a car accident. Could you lend me some money?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, I don't have any. I don't have any." And then he deleted me. I was like, "Oh, I lost my little life."
Hi everyone, welcome to 北腔南调, aka Cultural Collision. I'm Melody.
I'm Victoria.
And today we will be talking about modern dating 101. We have a very special guest with us today, a friend who doesn't claim to be a love expert, but has a lot more experience than Vic and I. He's a self-proclaimed Slytherin who's used over 6 dating apps and a buddy we can always count on if you need a late night drink and a shoulder to cry on. Welcome, Robyn.
Hi, my name's Robyn, and I don't think I'm a love expert or a dating expert, but if you consider dating life as like a Toyota, this Toyota has a lot of miles.
Mine probably hasn't even hit haven't even hit double digits.
So Robyn, how have you met people you've dated in the past?
Through different channels, I guess. Like dating apps is for sure, especially as millennials. Also like I have met some of the guys through like mutual friends, like one of them through family actually, and also like from like community events like, you know, tennis games or like some like gatherings or like some sales together.
Super diverse. What do you feel like is the most reliable?
Actually, the most reliable ones definitely are the ones through mutual friends, because you know your friends knows you and their friends know them, and the reason they put you guys together is like, you know, they think that you are a match. Well, sometimes it didn't work. Well, most of the time it didn't work for me, but still, at least those people are saying, I guess, like they're normal, but like I think dating app has like a bigger pool, you know, like it has a bigger pool. It has the chance to have some like more quality people there, but like through friends is like a safe way to, you know, get to know people.
Do you ever feel awkward after you've been introduced to a person through mutual friends and then the relationship doesn't end up working out?
Yeah, like definitely. Or it's like your parents want you to study in science, but like you want to study literature. Like it's just like not a match, but like sometimes it's a struggle for you. But like at the same time, you know it's not your fault, you know. Yeah, it's definitely like a hard one. So also like safe, but also with high risk.
I do feel like it's a little bit different than like friends and parents because like they don't have the same expectation out of like a relationship, right? Friends is like I introduce this one, like if you get along with this person, then that's good. But if you don't need to feel like a lot of pressure to dating with friend.
But like sometimes like your friend would be like, "Hey, I want you to meet Victoria. Victoria, this is Robyn." And but then like you know that like you guys are good friends. And if you're like, "Okay, I'm not really into Robyn," and then Melody would be like, "Shoot, I cannot hang out with them together."
Oh.
Yeah, like if everybody is really close friends and you guys would be hanging out in the same group setting,
Right.
then I would just worry about that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So let's get into the juicy stuff. When and why did you start using dating apps?
What it was freshman year, because like it was the first time I finally moved out of my parents' house. Before that, I was a like goody two shoes. Like everybody thinks I'm like just like a nerd, like just into books and like not really into like they think I'm a monk maybe. But I want to start to like explore like, you know, the social life, the dating life, and I want to explore what else like out there. And finally I moved out of my parents' house. Finally, for the first time in my life, I don't have a curfew when I was in college. And I'm like, ooh, that's fun to like it's a but like if you're, I feel like I was like the little baby bear that was like thrown out of the wild for the first time. I didn't know what to do, but like people, like I've read it through like internet, I guess, like, oh, people are, oh, through MySpace back in the day, when people are still using MySpace. People are using like dating apps like, back in the day, Jacked or Hornet, Grinder, and they're like, oh, it's a good way to meet people. No, like not just for like, casual fun. And then I was like, okay, I've never had like gay friends. Oh, by the way, I'm gay. In case you didn't notice. I never had a gay friends before, so I want to meet other queer people, in the community. So that's the first time I started using dating apps. And I didn't start it like really dating, like, to start like meeting people for like relationships or like casual fun until like later, maybe when I was like the second or third year when I was in college, because that's when I felt I was like grown up enough.
So Vic and I have both been on dating apps, not as extensive as Robyn. We haven't been on 7 different apps before, but I think with my bio, that's something that I definitely struggle with. Like I never know what to write. I think the best are like the witty kind. So I really like Robyn's because you can really see his personality from this, and it's like very witty. How about you, Vic? Do you find the profile section to be tough?
Yeah, it's like I leave it blank at the beginning. I don't know what to say, how to describe myself, right? Like it's like you're writing your resume, how to sell yourself to like strangers, right?
I can read it for you guys actually. I started with, okay, so I do think I have a really good bio, and I've got that a lot from a lot of guys that I've matched with before. First you have to bring out like what you do, or like what you think people would be interested that you do. So I put in the 7 years of volunteering in a social working at an LGBTQ center. So I included a lot of information there. First of all, I do volunteering, so I'm a kind person. Also, I do it for the LGBT center. That means I'm open and queer, and I'm like supportive. Like on the next line, I put my job, former fashion worker, current marketing consultant. So I used to work in the fashion industry, and now I work in marketing, and to basically to let people know what I do for a living. And also there is a really, so also I put my ENTP type of personality there to let people know, okay, I'm that kind of person. I put my personality type there, and because like a lot of people are using it for screening, and I just like put it there. I do think it's kind of scientifically correct. Also, I put there, I'm fighting a fairy type Pokemon. So so that includes like 3 different informations. I do like Pokemon. That's also, I'm a fairy typing and fighting typing. So I am both like feisty and I'm cute.
Agree, 100% agree.
Thank you. Also, I am a Slytherin from Harry Potter. You guys know.
I'm a Hufflepuff.
And I did share one of my favorite Golden Girl is Blanche. So I do love retro comedies from the 80s, the Golden Girls. If you guys have the chance to match with me, you will see my beautiful, beautiful Halloween costumes from past 4 years. So the last 4 Halloween costumes are Jon Snow White, so Jon Snow and Snow White, Taco Bell and Princess Belle, Sailor Freddie Mercury, and Tinderella.
I remember I saw Tinderella. It was literally epic.
My catchphrase that night was bibbidi bobbidi.
I remember the Jon Snow White costume.
Oh, that was like a long time ago. Yeah, because we know each other like from like a long time ago. My last line of my bio is, need a body to drink with, I'll drink with you. Need a shoulder to cry on, I'll drink with you.
Always down for a drink.
So I do like to drink, but yeah.
I feel like it's very competitive resume up there. It's like after I read like Robyn's bio, is like, wow, this is like informative. This is like show what kind of person he is. It's really nice.
Yeah.
That's why I think a lot like he talks to people on the app. I think the next step is now like very hard to start a conversation with people, right? Because you're already telling a lot story about yourself. So then when they curious about like, for example, I want to see your costume for last year, I just ask that.
Yeah.
And that's gonna start a conversation.
Or
Right?
people literally started a conversation with me by, so what's your go-to top 5 Pokemon? Or like, okay, so you're a Slytherin, huh? Or something like that. You know, like if you leave more information there, that would give people to like open up the conversation, to give them a chance to start a conversation with you, you know? Because if there's nothing there, it's just gonna be, hey there, or
Yeah.
hi. Like it's good, and you're gonna think that person is boring too.
Sounds
That's
so
so
familiar.
true. That's so true. Yeah. So like, what is your go-to line in dating apps? Whether it be starting the conversation or a response to somebody else when you feel like the conversation is dying down.
It depends actually. So I would always initiate the conversation. If I like, for example, if we're using Bumble or Tinder, like there is a person who swiped first, right? The
Right.
like it's for me, I think it's a courtesy to be the person who swept, to be matched, you know, the later swipper to like send to start the conversation, to break the ice. So
Mhm.
I normally, if I already liked you earlier, there is definitely something in your bio or in your picture that I'd be like really interested in. So I'll be like, if there's a dog in the picture, I'll be like, so what's the dog's name? Like I just started the conversation like that. Or like if the person was like, you know, maybe on a Spartan like game, I'll be like, so hey, I saw your picture in the Spartan, so how was it? Blah, blah, blah. You know, just started the conversation. Like, don't make the person think that your question or like your greeting words are just like regular words that you use all the time. It's like a customized one for them, you know. They would think that, okay, you pay attention, and they would think they are valued. And then they will respond to you with like a more customized and like a valuable, you know, question or like answer.
I just want like one add on that. Like I just also heard the same story about like pet, right? If you have a pet in your bio or in your pictures, that's so easy to start a conversation.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
how's a cat? How's your dog? And you're a dog
Yeah.
person or like
Oh.
cat person?
True.
I have 2 cats, and let me tell you, they're man magnets.
After like talking to people online, right? The next one, like we're curious about like what it's like to meet up with people for the first time after chatting online.
Like there's a different period of time that at first I felt nervous and scared even. That's when I was younger. But like right, because like when you were young, like when I was still in college, even when I was in my grad school, like I was older, but like mentally, I just went out on the society. I was not ready to meet people. So I was scared. Like okay, I'm this kind of person that I feel like everybody is trying to stab me. Like I was educated that way. I was
被迫害妄想症。
I was raised that way. Like people either they're gonna stab me or they're gonna poke me with some like dirty needles with like HIV or something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So like I was
use the story online telling like parents will tell you just be
Yeah.
careful, don't talk to people, like you
yeah,
don't
they're
know
gonna
how
kidnap
strangers.
you or something. Yeah, or cut off your guts and like steal your kidney or something. So I would be super scared. Like just like I wouldn't even want to meet the person unless like I have know the person, like I have talked to the person for like half a year. 6 months is like the bottom standard. Like I need to know that person enough to trust them. And but right now I'm just like, okay, it's just because especially after COVID, like for a long time I haven't seen anybody new, you know, like all like my friend, I haven't seen all of my friends, I haven't seen all of my family, and like you don't go out that much. And I just want to meet people. If somebody asked me on any of the dating apps, hey, do you want to meet up for like a beer? Do you want to meet up for like a walk? Oh, definitely. I will be there. I'm like, I don't care if you're ugly, as long as you have a face. I don't care. I just want to meet people.
What if they have
No,
bad
no, no.
reputation?
I'm not sleeping with them. It's just like I want to meet people. I want to meet more people. I want to hear their story. Sometimes like the person is kind of crazy, I'm like, okay, we will not be friends. But sometimes like there's gonna be friends that there are gonna be people that okay, you're really interested, and then we became friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still
Mhm.
call that like post-COVID syndrome.
Oh yeah.
I don't
You
know.
feel
What
like
do you think, Vic? Do you like to just go out with people because you want to go out with people, or would you only go out with people who you feel like you're interested in?
I feel like I only go out with people who I'm like interested in, because I don't waste my time, right? I can't be, because like I'm like I put this way, I'm like older than both of you, so I feel like
Oh, not
my
that much, like 2 years.
Slightly.
She sounds like back in my day in 1941.
yeah, but still like my
2 years
time
older,
is
guys.
so precious. I don't want to hang out with the people I don't like.
But let me put it there. Victoria was in a long-term relationship for like for a long time. So the last time she was dating, like it was a different period of time. Like
That's
China
true.
was not established.
Literally, there was no technology back then.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think is the difference between online dating and meeting somebody in real life?
I think the difference for everybody is like online, you are hiding behind the screen. And sometimes for a lot of people, they get to be the real themselves, because like maybe they're kind of introverted in real life. So they get to be more open, to be more honest or direct. But so for somebody, they tend to be more unlike themselves. They want to be like more aggressive. Like they want to prove that they're like the real man or that the real women. And it's just like for me, I treat everybody. I do think I treat people fairly. So I just want them to think that that person they are chatting through either iMessage, Tinder, like inbox from any kind of apps are the same person like they're meeting. Like, I'm being honest, and I'm sometimes I am funny, sometimes I try to be funny, but it turns out it's not. But like maybe like they would understand that they would understand that's my humor. And sometimes I try to be over explaining like what I'm doing right now. But I do think like for everybody that's trying to be out there dating, using dating apps and to meet up in real life, is just don't think that you're hiding from something, hiding from the screen. Either like you do not lie on any conditions. Like just be the real you, because like if you want other people to treat you fairly, if you want other people to be honest to you with you, and that you have to be honest with them. So just be yourself. Like people gonna find you are amazing, and people gonna like want to hang out with you, be friends with you, or maybe like even be in a relationship with you.
I
You know,
love
I'm sure. Yeah, I love that too. But like the reality is like on my way to meet Robyn, I heard someone talking about like more than half the people on the dating app, they're using their like fake photos where they're like lie about their profile.
Yeah.
That's like people just trying to like beautify themselves.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And also like it's very interesting, right? It's Jay Shetty's podcast. The latest episode, he was talking about like why people on dating app has higher standard to meet people, because you can like swipe left or swipe right. It makes you feel like you have more choices.
Yeah.
So you don't have to start a deep conversation with someone you meet online.
Mm.
That's why like people trying to lie and trying to like package themselves as a very perfect person, but like then you meet them online, or like you even have a phone call with them, you realize this is not the person they tell who they are online. No.
So should we exchange some stories?
I can share some stories.
Right, you go, Vic.
Yeah, so there's a lot of like scam online, financial scam, finance scam. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we call it the pig slaughter plate. It's basically a huge scheme like seen in China, and like it's so huge. The Chinese government has to build up like a whole system, like to establish an app to prevent that, because like there are so many young people who are getting into that. But like keep going.
Yeah, I was like, I was not like very deep into it, but like when I talked to a friend the other day, she was like, "Oh, my friend got scammed 40,000 RMB because of like meet people online, and like I think they just like convinced her to like, I'm doing this like money investment, right? I gain like 10%. You should just follow me. If you don't know nothing about like how to manage your money, you just do what exactly I do." And then she lost 40 grand.
Wow.
I have a story too. Early 2020, and that's when everybody was just got off COVID for a like brief time, right? That's when I was struggling with job, and I started using dating app. And then I met this Taiwanese guy, and he lives in Tianjin, which is closer to where I'm living, Beijing. And so he has a full story, but from the moment, like literally like a week after talking to him, because we added each other on like WeChat or like, Instagram, from like after first week, I think he is like a scheme. He's definitely a fraud. He's trying to scheme my money. But like I was so lonely that time. I just broke. I was unemployed. I just got out of a long relationship. I'm like, I just want to talk to somebody. So he would like literally try to talk me into sleep, and like wake me up in the morning, say nice things to me. And he tried like multiple times to convince me to buy Dogecoins. That's when Dogecoins were just started coming out. Like I
You
kind of
made
regret.
so much money, Robyn.
I do. I know. And he has a whole story setting up. His parents were like dad, and when he was young, and he was raised by the grandmother, and he calls grandmother mom, and he has an uncle who works in Tianjin and everything. And like the story, like I was like, oh my God, he is so organized. I'm like, even though you're a liar, you're a thief, I do want to talk to you. So I didn't expose him until really later, until like I think it's from like early May until like it was August. And then he was like, hey, like, okay, I am in in a car accident. Could you lend me some money? I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have any. I don't have any. And then he deleted me. I was like, oh, I lost my little liar. I want somebody to lie to me. He was so nice. Like that was like a relationship,
He
but
was
it's kind
nice
of
because he wanted money.
he does want money. I know that he wanted money, so I didn't give him any. But we talked it for like almost 3 months. Yeah, I did enjoy the time.
This conversation really brings to our next question: is how, like, what's your suggestion for new users of dating app, or like for the users who made someone really weird? So what's your suggestion?
For anyone who's stepping into any like area, anything new, it's gonna be scary. So like just treat it as something like as a learning experience. Like, because like there are people out there. There are good people, bad people. So there's a 50-50 chance that you're gonna meet both of them. So just like be yourself, be out there, and if you think that person might be like harmful or might be a toxic, might be a bad influence on you, walk away. And if there are like like people are trying to maybe threatening your health, or like just like talk to your friends, talk to authorities, just make sure that you're safe. But my suggestion is to always be you. Like yourself is the best version of yourself.
Yeah, I feel like we can always control how we act, the way that we portray ourselves, but it's just so hard to predict who is actually behind the other screen. So last week, I just watched one of the Netflix documentaries called Untold, The Girlfriend Who Never Existed. And so it's about a football player, Manti Te'o. He fell in love with a girl online to then realize that this girl was a fake person the whole time, and he was being catfished. And I mean, it like basically ruined his career going forward because news broke out that this girlfriend never existed, but he was basically using this girlfriend as a way to really pump up his career as well. And so after that, he didn't get picked for the first draft of the NFL. Luckily, he still got chosen for the second draft with San Diego. But yeah, it's really scary. And then with the Tinder swindler too. Did you guys watch that? It was this one guy who was literally swindling all of these girls and just using credit cards. So it's like
to
I would
pretend that
ask
he's some
Vic,
like a royalty or something, right?
yeah, Vic, I would be like, hey, I really need money because of X, Y, and Z. And then because you're my girlfriend, you would give me the money. And then I would use that money then to pay for Robyn's like flight or something.
Or next girlfriend's like yacht or like
yeah, for the
club.
other girlfriend. And then it was just a huge thing. Like he had 5 girlfriends at the same time or something. And he was just using everybody's money so that he can go on trips and just like live this super luxurious lifestyle. For me, if I had to give people advice, watch Tinder Swindler and watch Unfold.
I really agree with what Robyn said, like be yourself, right? That's the first thing.
Mhm.
And the second one is just protect yourself. Safety is always
Yeah, be careful.
the most important, right?
Yeah.
You feel like anything wrong about this guy or about this girl, just stay away, just leave this, right? Just run away from it. Like there's a 7 million people, like 7 billion people actually, right? 7 billion people on the
Yeah, a
planet.
lot.
Yeah, don't like just trust yourself with just one guy or one girl. There's tough choices and there's just be for yourself. And that's just like, let's end this session with like asking 3 questions. I'll ask the first one, right? How do you feel right now?
I feel drunk. Have you been seeing the video? I have been like sipping on my like Chardonnay. So no, but I feel welcomed and thank you, Victoria and Melody. And also I feel refreshing, you know, because like you get to share a lot of things that you don't share often with your friends, and I get to share it with you guys. So thank you.
Thanks. And what is something you are grateful for today?
I am grateful for the Lord to provide us wine. You know, I am grateful for good company with you guys, and I am also grateful for just people like all of my friends surrounding me for the past like couple of years and supporting me. And I feel like I'm taking like a award or something, but I'm just like grateful for every friends, including Melly and Victoria.
Okay, the last one. What are you energized about?
I am energized about wine, guys. I just like to drink. I am energized about. I'm excited to like everyday life. Tomorrow I could be like, you know, doing workout, doing yoga. I could be hanging out with a friend. Just like I am excited to see my future. I am still younger-ish.
Thanks, Robyn, so much for joining us today. Let us know what you're interested in hearing from us each week by commenting below, and we'll chat soon. Bye.
Bye.